Hi my love, welcome back to yet another video. So today's video we're making this skate pattern, and I divide my pattern in two places for the front and the back. So what I'm gonna do now is to mark the border line. So this will be the starting point line. So I go ahead and taking my hip measurement. So the hip measurement is the length from your waist to your hip. For me, mine is 9 inches, and that's what I take in. So the next measurement is from my waist to my new measurement. Mine is 21, and that's what I marked in there. So I'm going to use the full pattern paper as my full skate pattern length. So go ahead and take your skate pattern depending on your measurement or the length that you want. So I'm going to mark this both the front and the back of this pattern. Like I said, this is divided into two for the front and the back pattern of my skate. So what I'm going to do is to cross the line like so. So go ahead and do the same for your own pattern paper. I also do it on the new area. I'll just cross the line like so. And I also do it at the end part of the paper. So I'll go ahead and label my pattern. This is my waist line, and this is my hip line, and the other line is my new line. And I also label the end part, which is not showing, but you see it later. So the next measurement I'm going to take is my waist measurement, which is my waist circumference divided by 4. I'll also do the same thing to my hip measurement. My hip measurement divided by 4, and that's what I take in there. So I'll just connect that line like so from that part. And the next thing I'm going to do is to add 1 inch for that allowance. So I'm going to also connect that line for the dart allowance like so. So go ahead and do the same. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mark in my line for my darts. So what I did was just 4 inches for my nipple to nipple, and also 5 inches for my dart allowance. And I'm going to make sure that I connect that 4 inches also there to make sure that I have 4 inches there. Then I'll connect that line like so, and I'm going to mark in a dart of 1/2 inch on both sides, and I'm going to connect those lines to that 5 inch dart allowance that we have. And that's just it, guys. So go ahead and do the same for your own. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to take my hip measurements. I'll just place what I have for my hip measurement on my new measurement and mark the line like so. I also do the same for the down part. What I have for my hip and my new length measurement is what I'm going to mark like so. So this is how you create your skate pattern, and this skate pattern is just for your straight skates. Then if you want to have like a pencil skate, go ahead and remove like 1.5 or 2 inches from that new area and mark like so. So what I took off there is just 1.5. So this part is for pencil skate if you want to make a pencil skate, and this other part is for your straight skate. So I went in with my marker to write PS, which is pencil skate, and SS for straight skate. So that's just it. So I'm going to go in by 1/2 inch and also make a slant on this end because our body is not straight. That's why we have that slant on the skate area. So I'm trying to check if the allowance, the dart, if there is any shortage, then I add it back. So go ahead and do the same for yours. So because I don't have enough pattern paper, I'm going to also go in with the remaining 1 inch that I have left. I'm going to add it for my zip allowance. So as you see me doing, I'm going to add that 1 inch that we have. I will just connect that 1 inch, and that will serve as my zip allowance. So do the same for your own pattern, and I'm going to label this as my zip allowance. So the next thing I'm going to go into take is my hip measurement. So my hip measurement for this skate, I'll just put divide by 4. I'll also put the same like we did on this front pattern. I'm going to place the same measurement there. Then I also place my waist measurement, and I'm going to connect those lines like so. Like we did to the front, I also connect at the back. The only difference is that we have our zip allowance on the back pattern. So I'll just connect those lines. So I'll go ahead in creating my dart. So what I'm going to do is I'll still mark out 4 inches, which is my nipple to nipple point, 4 inches. I'm going to mark down 6 inches for the back pattern. So the dart length is 6 inches for the back. So I'm going to connect these lines together. Then I'm going to connect this line. So go ahead and do the same, connect the lines, and I'm going to go in by ½ inch, sewing allowance on ½ inch on both sides in order to join the darts. So I'll connect like so. So go ahead and do the same. If you're watching this video, please also go ahead to do the same on your own. Don't just watch the video alone. So I also went in to connect 1 inch dart allowance that I gave. I went in to connect it back like so. So at this point, I'm going to also put back for the stretch skirt, and we have stretch skirt at the back. So in order to get your pencil skirt, what I did was just to go in by 1.5 like I did to the front, and I'm going to still connect that line like so. So what I'm going to do now is to make sure that those lines are also at the down part of my skirt. So just connect the line like so. So the next thing that we'll do is to give that slant line. So I went in by ½ inch like we did to the front, and also went in by ½ inch on the zip area. Then I'll connect those ½ inch in a straight line from that zip area. Then I also slant from this area. I'll just slant that part like so. So go ahead and do the same for your own pattern. So the next thing I did was just to be sure that we have like both are of the same. So if there's any little shortage, I just add it up like so. So go ahead and do the same for your own pattern and connect like you see me doing in this video. So I went in to connect that part like so. So guys, this is what we have. This is our pattern. I went in to cut it out. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you this part because this is where we're going to sew in. So that's why I'm using that mark there. So we're going to sew it in. So this parts, like I did for the front, the straight skirt and the pencil skirt, depending on the one that you want to work with. And I'm going to go ahead to label my zip allowance. So also go ahead and also label your pattern for you to understand better. I went in to label my pattern for the back, the hip, the new and the full length of my skirt. So the next thing I want you guys to understand on this pattern is, this is if you're cutting, joining together with a dress. But if you're making a skirt, you should just cut off this slopey area. But if you're not making a skirt, you're just cutting it on, you're making a skirt, just cut that line off. But if you're not making a skirt, you can just join it like so. So that's just it, guys. So the next thing I'm going to show you is this part. If it's for a straight skirt, that means you are using the first line, which is the XS, and if it's for the pencil skirt, you cut off that line and use the second line. So I'll go ahead to, this is meant to be cut folds ×1. I don't know why I used to put this on fold. I'm so sorry. So please, this will be folds like 1, and this is my front skirt pattern. I'll just label it, and I'll also do the same thing for the back. We're also going to cut the back like ×2. Then this part is my back skirt pattern. So this is what we have, guys. We are literally done with this pattern, and at this point, guys, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. Let me know your thoughts and suggestions, and if you've tried this and you create your own skate, please state on the comment section, because we do know if you're making progress while watching this video. Please let me know if there's any other video you want me to create in this channel. Please state it on the comment section and I will do it to create it for you guys. So at this moment we are done with this pattern, and I would love to see what you create with it. Bye.